sign ready? Oh, we're live. We're doing this thing live. Let's do it live.
Is it counting? 001, 002. We are live.
There we go.
Welcome to another wonderful, epic, amazing Tuesday night at What the FiGPiN?
What the FiGPiN?
What the FiGPiN?
Oh man, What the FiGPiN has something special planned for you tonight. I hope everybody spread the word, going out, get your friends, your family, your dogs, getting them to tune in because, man, we got a lot of stuff to cover. New York City's right around the corner. Not only that, we have a very special guest and a new sponsor, maybe all tied into one. So before I get into all that, Sir JG, Goku is the man. How are you this evening?
I'm doing very well, man. It's and I'm sure that people that have come down to New York already for the Comic-Con can attest that it is a very rainy day here in the Northeast. I believe that I seen Jason and Sandy posting up outside of the Javits Center, at 4 or 5 o'clock this morning, and it was quite rainy. So although I live about an hour and a half away from there, it was the same weather here. So it's been a gloom day, but much better now that we're here with our What the FiGPiN fam. The other thing I just wanted to go ahead and share is Alex is not able to be with us this evening. She had some stuff going on with her family, one of her children being sick. So, positive, and positivity and prayers heading out to her and her family. So we miss you, Alex.
Punk Zandy, come back to us. Well, with that being said, I'll kind of give a short little recap before I introduce the man, the myth, the legend. I myself just got off of work like at 6. So 2 hours ago, I drove 45 minutes over here. And now I have but just a few short hours to pack my entire life before I get on the airplane and come and try to see everybody. So it's a little manic over here, but this is my favorite thing to do. So I dropped everything and we're here to party. So without further ado, Sir C. Lutz, Pops and Pins, the man of the hour. How are you?
Evidently, I have a large head, according to Facebook Chasers Jeff. So I'm glad that it fits in the frame tonight with you guys. Super honored to be here. Love you guys. Love to be back on the show. Thank you for having me back. And super excited to talk about our favorite topic, FiGPiNs.
Absolutely, man. Yeah.
FiGPiNs.
So before we go ahead and jump into it, Battle, I wanted to go ahead and can we go to the chat here real quick?
Let's do it.
All right. So Jib Steezy was our very first commenter, and he hit it with the fire logo.
Jib.
So what's up, man? Van Harris, Frozen Sith, Chris Sherman, Jose Escobar, Jason, Michael Carrier, Getty Up. Everyone's he's getting excited
Getty.
for her. We got Queen Nerd in the house. She's an important part of the show. Just hint. Set Sayon, Stephen Morsh. Oh man, Nicholas, Robert, JDX, man, so many great people. So thank you guys so much. Pin Up, Cameron, Professor FiGPiN, Baruto, CNES. Thank you guys again for joining us. We appreciate the support. If you haven't done so already, make sure that you're hitting that like button, as well as if you're not subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And now, so you get a little glimpse of what how Battle pulls out stuff from the ether. I saw you going ahead, and it looks like you have an amazing shirt on, Battle. So you were sharing with us that that's from a loot crate there, and it looked like you were going ahead and passing something. I think Casey might have been passing some more stuff to you from that loot crate. So,
oh man, well, I kind of try to do a real quick because we got a lot of stuff to cover tonight. First, shout out Queen Nerd, shout out OK Mello. Thank you very much. I got my Chase Bakugo. I have yet to pull my own Chase, so this is huge for me. I just got it in today when I got in. One of the first things I opened. Thank you so much. One of the things I got, a little mashup of my two favorite things, the Green Power Ranger Shredder mashup. I've been looking for this guy for a while, so shout out to GameStop for hooking it up with that one. And then I don't know who all does the loot crates, but man, this thing's kind of been a little bit of a crazy crap show. I guess like we ordered them and then they went into bankruptcy or they got bought out or something nuts, and then it took them forever to ship. So this is actually one of my
Are you
first loot
opening
crate.
that what are you opening that box with? Was that
A giant knife? No, it's actually a boot slip. It was just whatever was here next to me. I don't know. So yeah, my buddy J. Rue Toys actually sent me a picture of what's in here the other day, and I've yet to open his message because I didn't want to see it. Oh, look at this! It's a warm grip mitt. That's kind of cool. Got some stovetops now. Oh man! Oh, what perfect timing for New York! Check this out.
Party wagon.
A party wagon, dude! Isn't that super sweet? I wish
That's
I'm
awesome,
gonna take
yeah.
that and put it on my rental car.
There you go.
I guess this is the T-shirt, home of the nice slice. Hopefully it'll fit. Oh, cool. Oh, check this out. So, the Dark Turtle and Scrag.
That's pretty cool, man.
those are?
Oh, now I'm throwing them around.
Oh.
One more thing, and then I'll get back to it. Our favorite things are pins. That's a pretty sweet little pin right
Not
there.
bad.
That's very cool. Yeah. Awesome,
So
man.
anyway, back to the show.
So yeah, man, like you said, Battleman, a lot to talk about. You know, and we also there are a couple people. I'm not sure if I shared, but Van Harris is with us. Jason Ruiz. Thank you guys, Nearby Leprechaun. We appreciate you guys. So and also everyone that goes ahead and keeps the chat going, man. We really appreciate just the interaction with it. We love seeing what you guys are talking about, as well as you know, giving us you know, some things to go ahead and bring up. So we appreciate you guys for being so interactive. But yeah, I mean, lots of people already on their way to New York for the Comic-Con. It starts in, well, I guess, you know, a day and a half, right? I mean, we're a little bit away from it. So, Chris, you're going to be present at the con, right? And
Yep.
you're traveling tomorrow as well?
I am looking forward to partying it up with Battle and hopefully you.
I know. I'm hoping I'm able to. I'm trying to. I might have to be in Brooklyn on Thursday. So I'm trying to go ahead and get to the con that day if I'm able to finish everything that I need to.
I saw that they were like offering Thursday tickets again today. I don't.
Yep. Yeah. So hopefully I can go ahead and get there.
To Brooklyn.
Yep. But what do you guys want to talk about first, man? There's so much we can chat about. Well, I guess the biggest thing in the thing is, well, the Star Wars Clone Wars just came out last week, have been shipped, and we have the man himself that has his very first exclusive for Pops and Pins for General Grievous. I didn't put the sticker onto it yet, but
I gave you multiple options, John.
Yeah, I know there's multiple options. So if you guys did get the General Grievous from Pops and Pins, there's two options for you to put onto your box there.
I've seen some very creative sticker placement as well. I'm appreciative.
It's not on the above the end. How can anyone do that? So you want to go ahead and share about, you know, how Grievous came to be, and you know what it means to you to have your Pops and Pins very first exclusive?
Yeah, I'm blown away, thankful. I can't believe that we're here right now talking about this. I mean, last time I was on the show, and you're putting on your apron, Battle. I love it. It's not even a t-shirt, it's an apron. Doing it right.
There's an apron. I'm gonna have to wear it.
Yeah, I mean, so I think I was on the show in February last, and I wasn't even a glimpse in my eye that I was going to have an exclusive, let alone a Star Wars exclusive, which you guys can tell, kind of a fan. And got the opportunity to pounce on Grievous. Took it, had to. One of my favorite characters, very, very cool pin. I actually went sight unseen on it. I was like, I'm sure they're going to nail it. And man, FiGPiN's art team exceeded expectations.
So, well, now knowing that you didn't even see the pin before you said, yes, I'll take that. Are you happy or sad that it's 2-arm Grievous and not 4-arm Grievous?
That was my very first comment as well. Like, I know I was in the Funko universe back when it was a 2-armed Grievous that came out and everyone wanted 4-armed.
Yep.
I don't think it could have worked in the case forearmed. I don't know. It would have been a lot, and I love the way that he fills the case as is.
Yep.
But of course, forearm, like maybe they could have been poking out of the case or something like that, cutting through. I don't know. I'm a visionary. I like to think about
That
it.
would have been sick.
But I think he's great the way that it is. But forearm is very impressive. Or the meme where he's got like 100 arms would be even better.
Yeah. So what, and I'm not sure if we've asked, our other sponsors if they've had, exclusives. What does it take to go ahead and get an exclusive? And I know that you said you got to go ahead and pick an exclusive. So what does that look like, if you want to give us a glimpse of the behind the scenes of how that looks for a retailer?
Yeah, money. It takes money.
A whole shitload of money.
It takes a lot of money. Again, he's a 2,000 piece, so it wasn't cheap, but you have to talk to the wonderful FiGPiN team, and it's kind of a long process. You have to choose it normally before it even goes into production, and then go through the process, and it's never exactly sure when the launch date is going to happen. So a lot of moving pieces, and then it just eventually shows up at your door in an extreme number of boxes, where one box is still missing out there. I think he's actually limited edition 1950, if I'm honest with you at this point, because we still don't know where that last box is.
Oh no!
Really? Wow.
Or somebody has 50 and they're going to start just releasing them like a maniac. We don't know. But Grievous was a little bit different, because he was actually going to a different realtor. I don't know how much I can say about that, but that situation didn't go the way planned. And I was in a conversation with FiGPiN, and I heard that he was available, and I said, yep, give me, I want it. Like my next exclusive that's coming actually was supposed to be my first exclusive, but then I got a chance at Grievous and I couldn't pass on it.
Okay.
Heck yeah, that is epic.
Yeah.
Epic, totally freaky and exciting, all of it, like lots of emotions there. The logistics hit me, like I was like, yes, Grievous, and then like I hung up the phone and I'm like, I have like 100 boxes at my house, and I just ordered 2,000 pins.
Yeah.
I don't have bubble wrap for this. I don't have stickers. Like, what? And then I like kind of froze and sat there for a little bit. So I freaked out to Johnny and tag him. I'll tell you that. Like, holy moly, a shoulder to cry on, Johnny. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, Johnny's definitely awesome. So, and Robert, I'm looking at the chat. Robert brings up a great point. What happens if the super match, first off the line or last chopper out, is in that missing box now?
I know. Like, listen, you don't think I thought about it? As somebody who loves the stats as much as you guys, like, oh my gosh,
and
it kills me.
That 50 isn't like held in FiGPiN reserve for like mess ups or like random. It's not in their inventory.
I don't think so. I mean, again, I
Okay.
know that they shipped 50 boxes, but UPS delivery out here to the East Coast is sus at best. Sorry, UPS, I kind of love you. At the same time, I don't love you. Like, one box of Grievous showed up like on a Monday. 48 boxes showed up on Thursday, and the last box hasn't shown up. So I don't know how that one box got so far ahead of the rest, and how the one never showed up. But
that's so strange.
No.
Well, if you don't mind, I might, maybe it's just my bad memory, but maybe even let me back you up a little bit more. If I recall correctly, last time you were on the show, was Pops and Pins even in the eyesight, or had you already started that?
If memory serves me right, you weren't on my last show because you avoided me. If somebody wants to go back and watch YouTube, we can. Yeah.
Dang,
that's when you guys were fighting.
Why I didn't
that's
remember.
True. That's true. That was the Lutz battle incident back in February. No, it wasn't at all. I mean, it was and it wasn't. Pops and Pins definitely wasn't in my radar at all. I had thought that I did want to start a business this year, most of that is because I've been in the collectibles world for over 20 years now, but this year tax changed to where eBay and Macari are reporting it. And I thought, well, if I'm going to do it, this is kind of the year to kind of lump it all under one and maybe start a business. So I had toyed around with the idea, and then the opportunity came with Pops and Pins. I had met Jason at Seattle, and again, he didn't know the future at that point, but we kind of hit it off. So we had been talking ever since then. And then it ended up happening in about May is when I took over and launched the site. So it was a rapid 3 months, and the last 5 months since have been bonkers. I have not planned. I had no idea that I was going to be doing an exclusive this year. I thought maybe 2023. So
yeah. Well, I mean,
I'm sure I'm not the first to say, and I'm sure John will second me on this, is congratulations. I love the fact that you'll be your own business owner. I aspire to do that again one day. I was super pumped because I think we had met in passing one time. I've met Jason. He's such a cool guy. Loved his shop and dealt with him a bunch even before. So when I got in the news that he thought he was going to step away, it was actually kind of sad. And then once we figured out you were going to step in and pick up where he left off, I mean, we couldn't ask for anything better. So congratulations. Thank you for everything you do. And congratulations on some epic pins right off the bat.
Thank you. I mean, that means a huge amount coming from you and John. I mean, I've known you since before this journey, and I agree with you. When Jason decided to close Pops and Pins, I was like, oh man, that's a staple of the community. And that definitely played into me wanting to bring it back versus starting my own thing. So I was glad that I brought it back, and I hope that I'm doing him justice with the name, and I hope that I'm doing the community justice, because that's what I care about and want to contribute to.
Well,
hey, look, I mean, you were such an amazing. Go ahead, sorry.
This is the last thing I say for just a while, I promise. But what I've seen from Whatnot, which we'll talk about very soon, and then myself loving my stickers, knocked out of the park with that sticker. So I think you're doing A-okay, my friend.
Thank you.
Awesome. So do we want to shift into NYCC, or do we want to talk about Whatnot?
I'm happy to talk about anything. I gotta say, these NYCC pins, there's a lot of them, and there's a lot of really cool ones. So I have no problem.
Let's go jump into NYCC then. So how, I mean, the first time that we're going ahead and having this many pins, this many exclusive pins at a con, also the opportunity for several retailers to go ahead and have a con exclusive. So it's definitely making people do some laps around the con to get each of the pins to have a complete set of the New York City Comic Cons. Battle, I'll start with you. Now that we have all of the, well, let me back up here, and maybe Jason can answer if he's able to. I believe all of the con pins have been announced now, since they went ahead and released the logo as well as kind of that final blog post. What is your favorite pin that has been announced so far, if there is more, if there is no more pins that are in the background it's going to be released for the con?
Go Batman. Oh wait, that didn't happen. No,
that is true. That Batman had been rumored to go ahead and be a New York City Comic-Con exclusive.
So I am super pumped. I mean, I think I'm going to steal it from you a little bit, but I also know we have another one that you'll love to fall back on. But that Goku is bad arse.
Yeah, definitely, man. It looks, it's amazing for sure. One of the coolest, again, iconic transformations that Goku's ever had. So it's definitely exciting to go ahead and see what that pin looks like once it's in hand. But definitely agree. That's my favorite pin for sure. I mean, I will say, and there's a lot of people going ahead and commenting it on as well. Yugi, man, from Yu-Gi-Oh. That looks, it's a very close second for sure. So Klutz, I'll go ahead and I'll ask you the same, man. What's your favorite one looking at?
Spider-Man. Like,
Really?
I know, listen, I know that's probably not the pin that everybody's going after, but it's always Spider-Man for me. The Spider-Man pins were the first like lines that I completed with FiGPiN. Just iconic character to me. Love them, and I love these cons exclusives. That SDCC one was so great, and I'm expecting this one to look even better in person too.
Very cool, yeah. And I like Van Harris, right off the bat, he says that the taxi logo is his favorite one for sure. So yeah, definitely awesome. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty cool.
I really love the action poses of, again, Spider-Man and Goku. I mean, like, I feel like FiGPiN's doing more and more of those.
Yeah.
At least in my perception. And I think they're nailing them.
Yeah, for sure. So I know that, and it's funny because I'm seeing Getty Up go ahead and post or write this comment. So we have 923 Sailor Moon being the New York City Comic Con exclusive. We have 925 being a Emerald City Comic Con exclusive. So they're going ahead and putting that middle, mystery. Is it going to be? Obviously, if we're looking at FiGPiN's history, they're putting those pins together. So is it going to be another Sailor Moon variant, or is it going to go ahead and be one of the other characters in that line? So yeah, we'll have to wait and see what happens with that one. Or is it just going to be a common? Is 924 going to be the common of Sailor Moon?
I've never watched Sailor Moon. It's one of the things on the list that I've never heard about until FiGPiN, but it's on the radar of maybe if I flip it through and I'll turn it on one day. But I'm not gonna lie, I watched the release of it and I thought, oh, somebody must be mistaken, or like this one was already released. And so then I went, well, it says New York. So I had to go and open them up side by side and figure out what the difference of them was. And I was like, well, this is the same pin. I was kind of confused at first.
Yep.
I was a little confused, but my oldest sister, or my middle sister, I should say, is like the biggest Sailor Moon fan ever. And so I showed them to her and she freaked out. So if you're a Sailor Moon fan, like nice. I think you're happy and I think you're impressed. And it'll be exciting to see the rest of the line for sure.
Yep. So, and I know I see some people saying that there's no Pooh love. So we have now the black and white Pooh to go ahead and complement the black and white Tigger from D23.
You said right? Pooh.
Yeah, I said Pooh. So we have another amazing Disney pin coming out there. I know that we go ahead and we mention all the time about our hashtag of bringing XL back. But what better opportunity to go ahead and bring a mini back of having a black and white Piglet in the smaller, 2-inch line, right?
Did you guys see the picture?
That would be sweet.
Did you guys see the picture? I think it was posted on Discord that somebody put Yoda, the Clone Wars Yoda, in a mini case and he fit.
Really? I didn't see that. Now I'm gonna have to go ahead and test it out.
Brilliant.
That's pretty cool. I have to go ahead and see if that's how that looks.
That is cool. I think there's been a Goku on Nimbus, I think, was another one that fit in there. And I think there was like one or two others that are technically like those smaller pins.
Very cool. So we also have Derek joining us from the FiGPiN team. So Derek, man, welcome to the show. Thanks for joining us. Very cool.
I wonder if he's going to be in New York City.
I believe he is. Yeah, it looks like I believe Jason shared that if he traveled into the city today, so I believe he's going to be there.
Heck yeah!
Sweet. So, and I guess we'll go ahead and it'll be a good transition. So, we have one of the retailers that has a Comic-Con exclusive is Evend, and they have I believe it's Armin from the Attack on Titans, and I just saw a post from them today that, and you'll see my transition here to what else we want to talk about, Klutz, but they're going ahead and they teamed up outside of FiGPiN with Whatnot to go ahead and make it a Whatnot / Evend exclusive. To what I'm understanding, they're taking 500 pieces from their 2,500 pin lot and making it a Comic-Con exclusive for that. So you will not go ahead and see again, this is to my understanding, you won't see the Whatnot exclusive pin if they move it to their website, if it all doesn't sell at the Comic-Con. So what do you guys think about having, another retailer go ahead and then join forces with a bigger company to have an exclusive, at a Comic-Con? Don't talk all at once, guys.
First.
I just figured Battle was going to take this one first.
I don't really know. I got nothing.
I'm excited. For me, the only way that FiGPiN is going to grow is getting more eyes on it, more hype, more people pushing the brand, pushing the great product. So the fact that it's kind of hitting a new stream and a new retailer, yeah, 100%. Like, I think we all want it to grow. Yes, we wanted to keep this tight-knit, amazing community that we have as well. But we want the company to do well. So I'm excited to see the growth. I hope it does well. I don't know how things like that do on Whatnot. Whatnot is a very interesting platform that I'm still learning as well, but I hope it goes well.
Yeah. So two things. One, and I'm sure you see the transition because I know you wanted to talk about Whatnot. But for the completionists, it's driving me crazy that now I have to, and this happened a few other times. I know they have the Mickey and Minnie shared exclusive. I believe they're in the 200s. I can't remember the pin numbers, but it was a FiGPiN shared exclusive with Box Lunch. So there's a Box Lunch sticker on the same exact pins that have FiGPiN released. There is also so again, being a completionist, I had to go ahead. I'm actually still searching for the Box Lunch lot for those. Not that it's not easy to get. I just, again, one of those things where it kind of just slips your mind and you keep forgetting about it and pushing it off. But then also you have the same thing with that gold and white Vegeta, where some of the pins were signed by Chris, and then you had, I think it was 50 or 100 pins when that pin came out were signed, and then the rest of the lot was not signed, forcing me to find a signed pin and then a non-signed pin, because it's two separate things. That it was actually FiGPiN went ahead, it was sold by FiGPiN like that. So it was pretty cool to have that. And now we have the same opportunity here where you might have 500 pieces that have the Whatnot Evens sticker on it, and then some that only have the Evens sticker on it. But Chris,
I need all my stickers.
I know you and your stickers, man. That's why I brought it up also. It's going to be 2 stickers on one box. Not that we haven't had that before, because there's been the Comic-Con exclusive as well as retailer exclusives. And Chris and Battle, you can correct me if I'm wrong, I don't know if there's ever been a dual retailer exclusive pin on any FiGPiN yet at this point. I know that it's not kind of sanctioned by FiGPiN. They didn't put those two together and even went ahead and made the relationship. But it's definitely pretty interesting to see that happen. So, but I agree with you, Chris. Yeah, anything to go ahead and get more people involved in the community, it's definitely a great way to have it happen.
And every time somebody sees a FiGPiN, like first time through me, they're like, oh my gosh, it's beautiful. I actually was talking to Shopify who runs my store on Tuesday right before the release, because I wanted to make sure that they could handle additional traffic. And I was talking to the rep and she's like, do you mind if I just look at oh my gosh, these pins are so beautiful. Like, I've never seen anything like it. I'm like, yeah. Can you make sure that it can handle the website traffic? Like, no, but it was great that just instantly she connected to them. And she was super hyped. No idea if she bought any, but she was very complimentary, and that was the first time she had seen them.
That's pretty cool. So now for the transition piece, right? I know that you wanted to chat about Whatnot. I know that you just had a show on Whatnot yourself, going ahead and doing some giveaways. So you want to share how that works, what that looks like for you, and how you're going to utilize that platform in the future?
Yeah, I mean, I'm still new to it. I think I've done 3 shows. I mean, if you count the first disastrous night where I ran 3 shows in one night because I couldn't sell stuff right, then I guess I'm up to 6. But it's an interesting platform that I don't think is for everybody. I've heard some people be like, no, I don't want to join that. Totally get it. Definitely stay away. But it's fun for me to be able to interact with people live, and just another form of entertainment for the community, and also a way to give back FiGPiNs, and for some people to, I don't know, kind of play a game show. And so far people seem to be enjoying it, but it also gets a little crazy. And last stream was bonkers, if anybody was watching. I still don't know what happened, but somebody decided to give away a lot of FiGPiNs to the community, and I am very thankful that they joined. If
Holy
you
smokes.
could have seen the panic on my face during the stream, because I had no idea what was going on, and it's live. I mean, again, I know you guys know that like things happen when you're going live. And it was actually Mike Carrier, who I know you guys know really well, puts in the chat. He's like, oh, it's some 12-year-old with his mom's credit card, I think was his comment. I'm like, oh my God, what if it is somebody's 12-year-old with their credit card? Like, what am I doing here? And then it just kept getting crazier and crazier from there. Wonderful, amazing night. Almost passed out on the stream because I was so tired after giving away all of those. But cannot believe that that was the grievous night on Whatnot. And I'm excited to do more shows, and again, see if the community likes that avenue.
That's pretty crazy.
I'm definitely gonna have to check that out. I think I've had it on my phone prior. It's just been so manic lately. I'm trying to keep up typically where I'm at. Terrible cell phone service and all that too, but I'm gonna have to definitely check out Whatnot.
It's been around since
it's just
2019, but it really has become much bigger this year, I think. It surprised me that it had been a long.
It's as simple as like going on the Apple Store, downloading it, setting up an account, right?
Yep. And if you know somebody who has
Very
it,
cool.
get a referral, they get $10, you get $10. It's that type of deal as well. But it is also very, very, very easy to place a bid. So please, everybody, if you go on there, please pay attention to what buttons you're hitting, because we did have somebody who maybe placed a bid one night that didn't want to do it. And that's awkward too. So again, it can be a little scary, it can be unique, but people seem to be having fun too.
That's awesome, man.
Well, is there a referral that you can pass out, or does it not work as a read? As like a
no, it does. I posted in the Discord and all that sort of stuff, but there's plenty of people in the community, so somebody else can do some referrals, pass it around. Everyone get a couple $10 here and there. Awesome. I actually can refer sellers too. So I referred one of my friends the other day, and she's going to be setting up a Whatnot store too. So lots of fun stuff.
Very cool.
Very cool. Well, if anybody watching needs a referral, just shoot us a message, either directly to one of us or to What the FiGPiN. We'll try to find somebody for you.
Absolutely, yeah. And Klutz, do you have a username on there that people can go ahead and find you to see, get alerts when you're going live and stuff like that?
It's one of my AKAs. Battle listing all of them in the teaser for this show, but it's Lutz01.
Lutz01. Yep.
Yeah, I had actually applied to be a seller before I even knew Pops and Pins was going to be an opportunity. So I had applied a long time ago. They really didn't have the manpower to look at applications back then. And then again, once Pops and Pins happened, I went back to it, and they're like, yeah, you're Lutz01. I'm like,
Don't want that one. Don't want that one, guys.
Yeah.
That's
fun.
Too funny.
All right, so let's see. You have, well, I know that we talked about your exclusive. So, and I know that you hinted that Grievous wasn't supposed to be your first exclusive. So what does that look like? Do you have another opportunity for, well, obviously you have another opportunity for another exclusive. Do you know, is that coming out at the end of this year, or is it going to be a 2023, look like?
So I may have lost my mind a little bit this year, John. It may be up to 4 in 2022. Please buy
Holy
Grievous.
smokes.
I need money. Please go buy Grievous right now. No, the sport has been amazing. I have definitely decided to make a commitment, and when I saw these pins, I knew I had to have them. So super excited. I don't have exact dates, but the second one is closer than you think.
Awesome. Very cool. And
Holy smokes.
do you have
That's
other
so cool.
do you have other exclusives that possibly are coming out that you can, I mean, you can't share about the line, but is there anything past this last exclusive that you have possibly for 2023?
2023, I'm looking at it.
Okay.
I'm hoping to keep the streak going, but part of that does depend on 2022. I mean, again, this is a lot of money.
Yep.
And
for
I
sure.
can't go too crazy. And timing, as I mentioned, talking about the exclusive timeline, it's kind of weird. So you have to be like, well, am I going to have that chunk of money in 6 months and then be able to hold out 3 months until I can sell it? Or do I need that cash flow earlier? I mean, cash flow was a huge problem for me in May and June. I mean, it still continues to be, I think, with any business. Just trying to plan out when you have it. And as I mentioned, the logistics of an exclusive, I plunked down the money for Grievous, and then I was like, I need to pay $1,000 for boxes, stickers, and bubble wrap.
Yeah.
That's a big expense. And then I have to keep doing that, and it all adds up. So keeping cash fluidity is definitely a struggle at times, but excited for it and plan for these 4, and hopefully 2023 will bring some more Absolute Fire. I've already tried to hint at ones that I want in the future, so hopefully FiGPiN can make those ones happen too.
Awesome. Very cool, man. And then, I did see this drop. I believe it was this weekend. I think I was actually surfing your site and might have hit the live button before you actually even announced it. But you have a crypt section now on Pops and Pins. And if you want to go ahead and kind of share what that is and have an opportunity to let people know what you're looking at doing with that section.
It's me blatantly ripping off Johnny's tag 'em idea. No, I mean, again, I appreciate
mimicry is the best form of flattery, right?
Yeah, listen, I am so appreciative of Johnny and Tag 'em, one of my favorite people in the industry. And again, other retailers are amazing too. But as you know, I've been collecting a really long time. I'm actually hitting over 3 years now collecting FiGPiN, and I have a lot of older pins that I kind of set aside, and was looking for a way to kind of do them on the site. I do think that I'm going to mix it up between Whatnot and the Crypt on the website. I will be the first person to say I am horrible at the website technology, and I'm so sorry for those that I've messed up free shipping. I've refunded, and always reach out to me if there's something weird. I screwed up shipping at one point where like no orders could even ship to an address. So posting and doing that has been difficult. So I'm trying to pick pins that I have at least a couple of to create a post. And then maybe ones that I don't have as many of, those will go back to Whatnot. I'm still trying to figure it all out, and I still want to expand beyond FiGPiN at some point, not Pops. Still have to figure out the name of my store at some point. Again, Mike suggested maybe I start selling soda, so maybe that's something that I can invest in the future.
Yeah, that's awesome. So I did notice that there was a pin that just came out at D23 that you had in the crypt section, which was Boo. So what do we know why? Was that just a mistake, or was that just
100% that's me still trying to arrange things. I think it was actually D23 that I screwed up, and I didn't have like the products at the top of the page, and so I posted in Discord and on Facebook, and I'm like, it's live, and people are like, I don't see any of it.
Yeah.
Oh, son of a gun. So still a lot of work, and it takes a lot of time. I think I told you earlier this week that I am just exhausted from packaging Grievous, like making these posts, running giveaways, and all that sort of stuff.
It's funny that you asked that, because Goon in the chat had asked, what does packaging, shipping, how does someone help you, or are you doing that all on your own?
I am doing 95% of it. I have a box folder in this household that will complain your ear off at NYCC if you want to talk to her about cardboard boxes. She is over it.
She can join Battle and I's anonymous group, the SOFA, significant others of FiGPiN added.
Yeah, let me tell you. Because I was like, we need 1,000 boxes at least for Grievous, and that's a lot of folding, a lot of paper cuts, and we got through it, and I'm very appreciative. But after that, I was like, I better package them. I better pick up some of the slack here. So packaged every single one. Did have some friends. Did have Nerds That Collect. Yannick, he actually volunteered to come out, couldn't work out the timing, but I think he was also trying to like steal my FiGPiN stash, if I'm honest with you, but he's also a great guy. And, had lots of people offer support, but it's also weird. Like it's a Wednesday and a Thursday and a Friday night that a lot of the orders are coming in.
Yeah.
And I'm still trying to work a full-time job outside of this too. So I'm like, I don't really know. And the reception, phenomenal. I actually got a little bit emotional when I was putting the labels on all the boxes, because I was like, I know that person, I know that person, I know that person, I know that person. You had an order, Alex had an order, Battle, I don't know if he had an order or not, but
actually I didn't, but I was just looking right now and I was trying to do it on the sideline, but I couldn't. The keyboard was in the way, and I just said I'll do it later.
Yeah,
it's funny, Battle, because there was people asking, what are you doing?
I was trying to order Grievous. I was trying to get past the shipping. I'll just have you bring it to me over there.
So it's funny.
I'll have some on me at NYCC.
So Klutz, you're going ahead and complimenting Johnny this whole time, and he just threw you under the bus twice here.
He threw me under the bus on the last show that you guys had too. He's like, you better do giveaways or else. And Johnny's scary to me. Like, he's kind of the godfather to me, because he was the first website that I bought FiGPiNs from. So I'm intimidated, and I came ready. I'm going to give away some stuff.
Well, the first thing that he said was, you had mentioned that there was a mess up, and you had to give people refunds. So he's recommending that everyone go ahead and go check their orders, and they get the refunds out there.
That's a very Johnny thing. Yep.
The second thing that he said was 5%. I'm going to tell her you said that. So
also, yeah, okay, yeah, Johnny wants me dead. Evidently, that's the type of stuff.
This, your wife Johnny is going to be, the president of SOFA here, man.
Yeah. So yeah, Johnny, I used to like him. Now go shop at Pins on Fire and Chalice and Big Bad Toy Store. Like, other great people.
That's too funny.
I mean, but we did talk about new retailers. I also want to give a shout out to Plastic Empire. Like, I don't know what I'm doing here, like talking about other people's stores, and I'm like the sponsor. I don't know if that's supposed to be a thing or not, but Plastic Empire is getting in here, and I know Dustin, phenomenal company. They have the Titan exclusive as well at NYCC, and they have just a bunch of cool stuff. Great store down in the Atlanta area.
Yeah, definitely cool. I actually didn't know where they were, so thanks for letting me know where they're based at.
Always got to represent those East Coast stores.
That's right. Although you live on the West Coast now.
Yeah. No, I'm East Coast. I used to be West Coast.
Oh, that's right. Yep.
Maybe I'll get to, you said his name is Dustin, right? Maybe I'll be able to find his booth and meet him while I'm down there, because I don't think I've met them yet.
Oh, it's always a cool booth that they have too. Lots of cool exclusives. Yeah, and they have somebody signing there. Ooh. The person who voices the Attack Titan is signing at their booth.
Oh wow, that's awesome.
That is.
Yeah, not sure why I'm promoting other stores. Buy from Pops and Pins. Don't buy it from anybody else. Like, I'm not good at this.
But that is one of the coolest things about this place, is everybody helps each other. The community's epic. I mean, can't thank y'all enough for what you do for us. So
Well, I can't thank you guys
awesome.
enough for inviting me, and I'm filling huge shoes after Pins on Fire, Fry Guy. I mean, tag them. You guys have had epic sponsors. So thank you for the opportunity.
Well, thank you for going out and offering to be a sponsor. So I have a tough question to ask. There's been some speculation that you, along with a few other retailers, have had some, and I'm not sure if preferential is the right word to use, but I'll use it, some preferential treatment over other retailers. You've had, I know you've been to some cons and you haven't been to some cons, and you've offered having, those bundles be available. You have obviously, and you just shared about the crypts, you have some amazing pins in there. But I wanted to go ahead and ask, what does that look like going ahead and now being, moving from a collector to a retailer that Jason, who's amazing, is now part of FiGPiN. So I wanted to give you an opportunity to go ahead and share, your side. What does that look like? Are you receiving preferential treatment for having Jason's having, Pops and Pins being, his brainchild, and now it's moved on to you. So anything you want to share? I just want to go ahead and give you an opportunity to go ahead and talk about it.
Yeah, I'm going to start by saying I haven't heard any of this directly, which there's a lot of emotions for me on this, because hearing it secondhand kind of hurts. I like to pride myself as a pretty open person who makes myself very available. So if anybody wants to talk to me about any topic, I really encourage them to talk to me. And I don't want to speak for them, but I know FiGPiN is really open to talking to, especially retailers. So if somebody does have a question on that, I encourage them to talk to the sources rather than speaking behind people's back. That hurts a little bit, but I am absolutely flattered at the same time, because I know, as somebody who's a business person, you don't get talked about unless you're doing something right that threatens people or makes people excited about product too. So I'm flattered on that side of it, but also disturbed because I love this community, and I love how supportive everyone is. The support that I feel daily from the Discord, from Facebook, from Instagram, people reaching out, has been phenomenal. So I don't love that there's back channels or people that want to do that behind the scenes, but I can't control it. And I don't think anything I'm going to say on your show is going to convince people otherwise of whatever they think. What I will say is that I've been in this business for a very, very long time. I know I look like I'm like 21, but I attended my first San Diego Comic-Con in 1998. And back then you walked up, it was $10. I totally remember this. Walk up, $10, walk right in, and it was just comic books and statues. Like, that was the only thing that was there. There were no celebrity guests, there was no TV shows, none of that. So I've been doing cons for a long time. I was extremely big in Funko groups. Again, I lived in San Diego for 30 plus years. Again, only look 21. I'm kind of dating myself, but when you're there for that long, you make some relationships. I have absolutely made relationships. I have things that I do to get con pins, and if anybody wants tips and tricks, I am happy to talk to you about it and give you tips. What I will tell you is one of my pet peeves, though, is anybody who reaches out and says that they want con pins at retail, because it is really expensive to get con tickets, stand in line all day. Battle, you handled that line at SDCC. I know you saw people standing in there for a really, really long time. So give the person a couple of extra bucks. And that's not me trying to promote anything that I'm doing on Pops and Pins either. But I just want to say that, like, it is very, very expensive to go to these cons. Yeah, Jason used to own pops and pins too. I know it's a very easy line for people to try to draw, but if you're a retailer, especially a FiGPiN retailer, and you feel this way, I would definitely talk to FiGPiN. I can't speak for them, but there have been plenty of times that I see somebody dropping something else, and if Johnny's still in the chat, I've messaged him, you son of a, that you have that pin and I don't. It happens. So I don't know if I answered it right. And again, I told you, I know I'm not going to convince certain people otherwise, and that's fine. I've been around long enough to know that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think there's any right or wrong answer for this. I just wanted to, hearing some of these conversations, being told about some of the conversations, I just wanted to go ahead and bring it up with you and give you an opportunity. So again, your response was as perfect as it's going to be, and if you're happy with that, I'm totally fine. Again, I don't think there was any right or wrong answer. Just wanted to give you the opportunity to go ahead and one, hear that there's some feedback from the community, but also let you share your thoughts, your opinion about what's happening. So but I know that you've just like many people, go ahead and go out there and ask for, hey, if someone's going to the con, can you please help me out? And I know that's how you've got some of those some of those pins in the past before, even before you were a retailer, as well as now that you're a retailer, you're going ahead and do the same thing, and you're trying to offer that to your customers as well. So
I mean, if people want a tip on what I did at ECCC, yeah, I pretended to ship a mini fridge to my house via Macari. I made a Macari post because I had to get good FedEx shipping rates, and Macari has good FedEx shipping. And I'm sure Macari's like listening to this and they're like, "Man, this guy's account is over." Like that's listen, that's the extent that I will go to try to get things shipped to me as well. And again, I have amazing support in this community and friends who do this thing as well. But I will tell you, I do wish that people would talk to me if they have questions or they want to discuss it, because I'm happy to help anybody who wants help. And I haven't heard any of it to my face. And then that I appreciate those who come and tell me that this is happening, but I would more appreciate the people who feel this way talk to me and just have a constructive conversation about it. I love constructive criticism and feedback too. People blew me up with the Grievous launch, saying that my chat button was over the checkout button, and that was frustrating to them. Yeah. Love it. That's the type of stuff I'd love to hear.
Mean, the constructive feedback I do have with your Grievous launch was, my I didn't get an AP in my mystery box there, so I don't know if there's anything you can do. There's very little, because let me tell you, on the Whatnot stream, the Grievous AP price was set, and it's like $2,000. So I'm sorry, I can't help you out with the $2,000. Very good, man. Well, I appreciate you. I know it's a tough question to answer, and I appreciate you, taking the time to go ahead and answer it. And yeah, let's go ahead and keep moving forward. So,
my 2 cents on that before we move on, though.
Yeah, please.
Is hi haters, like you said, all news and any news is good news. That means you are doing something right. And while I don't think it's the kind of preferential treatment that people perceive as happening, I would hope that the people like realtors who are spending so much money get some help, right? Like that's the whole idea. And I know I've seen you at San Diego Comic-Con. You and I have stood there and chatted, trying to manage this line and get through it. So I've seen you there trying to do your part, get through the line, get all the stuff, get as many as you can, put them in. So like, I don't think people always pay attention to the whole story and just kind of assume some things, but hey, as long as it gets your name out there. But all I can say is thanks for what you do, and I just learned a little tip and trick tonight too, so that is epic.
It's the mini fridge battle. That's how you get around it. No, I mean, I don't want to speak for them, but I truly believe FiGPiN wants everyone to be successful, because that moves more FiGPiN.
Makes sense.
As my friend Breckenridge would say, buy more FiGPiN. Like
good old Breckenridge, man.
Hey babe, We're shipping a mini fridge home after Comic-Con.
I am getting banned from Macari, but like, listen, that's why I'm excited to see more faces in the retail group as well and the collector group, and keep this community growing as much as possible.
Very cool. So we talked about Attack on Titan a little bit. I mean, obviously they blew up the spot on New York City Comic-Con. You know, I know FiGPiN has one exclusive, and then several of the retailers have exclusives. But then tomorrow we have two Attack on Titan commons that are coming out. And, you know, so Chris, are you doing anything special with that? I know that I've seen a couple other retailers doing it, but I'm not sure if I saw you post anything today with that. So did you want to take an opportunity to share what you're going to be doing?
I don't even know what day it is, but I think I posted it yesterday that I will have the 2 bundle with a chance at the Armored Titan AP from ECC.
Very cool. All right. So tomorrow starting at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time or 1 p.m. Eastern Time. And you, I mean, obviously we're going to make sure we're, promoting Pops and Pins. But there are several retailers that also have some amazing opportunities to go ahead and get some great APs. But what an amazing AP to go ahead and get a chance at having that Armored Titan from ECCC. So,
but yeah, you're right. Like, I've seen some of the other promos, and there are some great logo pins and just lots of cool fire out there. So I don't think you can go wrong getting them from anybody.
Yeah, definitely, man. But yeah, check out popsandpins.com, and you have an opportunity to go ahead and get an Armored Titan AP with the 2-pin bundle. So it's fine. A lot of people are saying, you know, buy more mini fridges.
my secrets are out. Listen, I got a ton of them. If you want more, reach out to me after the show. I'll give you all the goods.
Too funny, man.
That is so fun.
So Chris, you're going ahead and you're flying in tomorrow. Are you going to be at the con tomorrow helping out, or are you just flying in and going to just be so you're not volunteering at all, or you're just going to be a spectator?
I'm checking in as early as possible to try to sleep at the hotel, and then Thursday hitting it hard at the con and wearing my Hi, I'm Klutz nerdy Pops and Pins t-shirt to hopefully meet as many people as I can. I've never been to NYCC. That is one of the few that I have never been to, and I love that it's on East Coast, and I live on the East Coast now, so I'm really hoping to meet and shake as many hands and get face-to-face with people. It was so cool meeting Battle live, and John, I cannot wait to meet you live, so please make sure to go there.
I know. So Battle and I have actually a little thing that's happening after the Comic-Con. So we're actually going to be able to meet in person for the second time. So Battle's going to go ahead and come up to PA, and we're going to get to hang out a little bit. Unfortunately, because of Battle's travel plans, he has to go ahead and leave on Tuesday. Otherwise, we would have actually had our first live show. Well, we don't even have a show scheduled for next week. So we are looking for a possible guest if we're going to stick with just doing it weekly. But we were hoping that we would be able to go ahead and do our first live show together. But Battle has to go ahead and travel.
Fun.
Yep.
I say if you go to NYCC, we go live for at least like 5 minutes. The three of us.
I would definitely. Again, I'm trying to get there on Thursday for sure. You know, I had a death in the family, so I have to go help out. My aunt. So she's in Brooklyn. I'm trying to go ahead and get up there for Thursday. So if I'm able to go ahead and finish what I have to and get to the city, I'll definitely go ahead and grab a ticket and head over there.
Well, maybe since we're kind of on this topic, maybe our viewers in the chat, let us know. I've been debating. I wanted to do a little bit more at San Diego, but it was my first time. I was trying to get a feel for it. It gets super busy, especially in the mornings, but I'm kind of thinking I might be able to do a few more What the FiGPiN live streams and kind of let people check some stuff out. So if that's something you're interested in, put it in the comments, hit that like button, let me know.
I'm interested in that, Battle.
I'll rewatch them later.
There you go. Definitely. Yeah, man. Hey, and I know I shared this with you before, but you and Alex did such a great job, at Flop. And then especially those, short mini interviews that you had with everyone, some collectors, some of the employees. It was great. So again, I mean, just appreciate you all around, man.
And I think that was one of the first times I ever reached out to you, John, was when I was watching you guys on Facebook and Battle was at the event. Was that the first flop? And
yeah. Yep.
Yeah. And I reached out to you and I was like, this is great. I love this. Keep doing
definitely.
This,
well, I mean,
like,
we wanted to go ahead and give an opportunity for everyone that wasn't able to join that event, especially since it's so FiGPiN centered that, people that couldn't go had an opportunity to see what that event was about. So definitely. And damn it, Getty Up, man, you're really going ahead and making me, I'm going to have to get to the con on Thursday for sure, because Getty Up just said, if I do go and Battle, we are able to go live, we have to go ahead and say live from New York. It's what the FiGPiN.
FiGPiN, dang, that's such a good idea.
Eddie's
not sure if that's
ideas.
trademarked though, right? That can't be trademarked, right? So we should be okay.
Nah. What the FiGPiN?
So
that's so fun.
And Chris, as we share with everyone, and you shared with me before the show that you wanted to do some giveaways, and obviously
Johnny threatened me. I want to make that clear. And Alex,
well, just to make sure that
Alex was like, "Yeah, he better have giveaways too," and she's not here. So, just saying.
Yeah, I mean, just to make sure that everyone's aware, and Chris, the same goes for you. Giveaways are never expected, but always appreciated. So, what did you have in store for us this evening, my friend?
I held this up earlier. We get the glitter poo, and yes, Battle, I said poo as well. This pin is freaking stunning in real life, not fake life. I don't know what I'm trying to say there. Again, tired. Apologies, but I want to give this to somebody. Hopefully, somebody who needs it.
Awesome. Very cool.
WTFiNs, tatas for now.
So the black and white Tigger, that is from, wait, what con is that from again?
D23.
D23, right? So we just went ahead and coming off of that. Again, if someone has the opportunity, you have a chance tonight to go ahead and get this pin, and it'll go ahead and be a great match for the New York City Comic-Con exclusive of Winnie the Pooh. How did you want to go ahead and give that away?
I think a little trivia question answered in the chat. I know that puts you on the spot. I know that the chat blows up and whatnot, but listen, that's your problem. That's not my problem.
Well, we'll go ahead and I'll keep a track of it. And it is only me that is able to keep track of the chat tonight, because Battle's using his phone since he's not, fully set up with his, computer in the middle of a move. But I am on the live chat option, not the top chat option. So when Chris goes ahead and shares what his my gosh, man, why am I having a brain fart? Trivia question. They will go, oh, Battle got it as well.
I don't know what's going on with him.
Yeah, Battle, I can't, did you lose volume there?
Maybe he's putting his apron on again.
We can't hear you.
There we go. I was digging through bubble wrap. I didn't want it to blow everybody's ears out, but I got Casey's phone, so I'll try to watch the chats.
Okay, awesome. So once Chris goes ahead and gives the question for the giveaway, and this one is going to be for the black and white Winnie the Pooh Tigger from D23. You go ahead and have an opportunity to answer the question. And the first person to get it right will go ahead and be the proud owner of that pin. So, Chris, what's the question you got?
You both know the answer, right? Because I'm not watching the chat at all.
Yes, I shared it with Battle as well.
Okay, just making sure. There's a new Winnie the Pooh movie coming out that is a tad disturbing and scary looking. It is very different. I want to know the first person that can name the director of the new Winnie the Pooh horror film that is coming out wins Tigger.
So who is the director for the new Winnie the Pooh horror film that is coming out shortly? The director's first and last name, please. And the
Full
first
name.
person type that in. We'll go ahead and be able the winner of the. Yeah, it's called Blood and Honey. Correct. Yep. Oh,
that's kind of crazy.
Battle, and I'm already seeing someone went ahead and posted in there. It looks like Frozen Sith at the live chat. I don't know if
Yep, that's who I see right after.
Frozen Sith.
Yeah, so
taking
Michael
it down.
Carrier wrote Blood and Honey, and then that's the first very comment. So it's Reese Waterfield is the director for that movie. So Frozen Sith, congratulations. He's actually a newer collector, so it's awesome to go out and have him be able to win that. Very cool.
Caitlin Rudo was so close, right behind Jay Nelson. Deku Pops, y'all were very close. Thanks for playing. Stick around, maybe.
I like that
else.
some people wrote Steven Spielberg.
that would
I haven't seen that one yet. Oh, yep, Goon.
That's too funny, man.
Well, since a Sith won the last one, can I give away more pins, or are you gonna cap me and not let me give away anything else? Can we do a set of
smokes.
The new Clone Wars?
You're really gonna go ahead and give away a set of this new Star Wars one?
Let's be honest. The only pin that matters is that one.
It's the Grievous. Come on.
And also, don't forget the Mace at Chalice and Ahsoka at Pins on Fire. But of this trio that I'm giving away, just a little bit of Grievous.
Definitely, very cool. Well, hey man, it's totally up to you. We're down Grievous. For it. So, did you want to send me you have the trivia question there so I can get
Johnny's over here saying more.
All right, so Chris has sent me the question he's going to ask here and the answer. Battle, I sent it to you as well, so you should be good to go. So again, Chris being way generous from Pops and Pins, he's giving away a set of the Star Wars Clone Wars. It's the Yoda, the Count Dooku, and the Pops and Pins exclusive Grievous. So getting up, good Grievous, man. That's what he's saying.
Good Grievous.
Yep. Chris, before we go ahead and do that, do you mind if I go ahead and so Shane from Child's Collectibles is apologizing to everyone about Mace Windu. He's saying that he's waiting on his stickers to come in before he's able to ship the Mace Windu. So thank you, Shane, for going ahead and jumping in. If I'm not sure how much you've shared without outside of here, but again, Chalice's Collectibles is waiting on their sticker to go ahead and be able to start shipping the Mace Windu.
Love that update. I want to meet Shane in NYCC. I'm hoping he's there too.
So
here's met him in person.
Here's a good question, and I'm not sure. Have we seen the and I know I received mine, and I haven't even went ahead and checked to see the launch date of them. Do we know when the launch date is for the Star Wars pins?
You would think, as somebody who has an exclusive in the line, that I might know that, but I do.
Well, let me go see if CC or someone. So let's scroll down here. All right, I don't see anything in the our FiGPiN fans sister group, their launch day thing there. But if anyone, so it's October 11th is the launch date. So this is going to be interesting because if Shane isn't able to go ahead and get the pins out to people before that date, it will be a mad dash to go ahead and have people go ahead and get the Child's Collectibles shipping. And you'll literally it'd be back in the day, people going ahead and waiting for the mail to go ahead and come in and get it.
I miss
first.
those.
So it'd be pretty cool.
Those days, John. Yep. I know you miss those days.
Oh yeah, definitely, man.
Oh, I bet he misses paying overnight shipping so much.
Well, yeah, paying overnight shipping for my Hot Topic lot of Black Widows and not even getting a single chase of it. So,
oh, that sucks so bad.
Did you see that got 100% cohort recently too? The Black Widow chase.
Yeah, but we believe that there was an error with it. Yeah.
Okay, well, it's a little salty. I like it. Let's keep it going.
So cool. All right. So, Battle, you got the information for the question.
Yes, sir.
All right. So, Chris, did you want to go ahead and give out the question for a set of the Star Wars Clone Wars pins with your General Grievous Pops and Pins exclusive? And the first person to answer will go ahead and get the three of them.
It's got to be a Grievous question. Grievous showed up in live action Star Wars Episode 3, and he liked to cough. Whose voice was the cough in the live action episode 3 Star Wars film?
All right. So in the live action episode 3 film, General Grievous shows up and he coughs in it. And we want to know who the person that was, who voiced the cough of General Grievous in episode 3. It's actually I actually didn't even know this, so it was only until you sent this to me that I was like, wow, that's pretty interesting. So again, who voiced the cough of General Grievous in episode 3? And I'm already seeing a winner here. Johnny writes Madonna, but Jason Nelson wrote George Lucas first. Battle, I'm just waiting for you to confirm that that's who you see.
Yep. That's
all right, awesome. So Jason Nelson, congratulations. You just went ahead and got the 3-pin set with the General Grievous exclusive. Don't be going and sneaking an AP into his thing, and I tried to get it in a mystery box and didn't get mine.
Hey, you know what? There's one up on Pops and Pins right now. Chance D. $50 gets you an opportunity to get
that's
that
right, guys.
AP,
yeah, an opportunity to go ahead and
still hasn't got it in there.
Yeah, an opportunity to still go ahead and get a chance at an AP on Pops and Pins. It's a $50 $50 box that has the 3 pins, and if you are lucky enough, the AP will be in one of those boxes.
Yep, I ran the other APs last night, so some people got some absolute fire Star Wars APs. I was so jealous. I didn't really want to run them, but I ran them on Instagram last night.
Well, guys, I can't believe we've been chatting about so much. I didn't even realize how late it is at this point. We're getting on to 10:45 minutes, so it's been an amazing show for sure. Chris, is there anything else that you wanted to share with us? What is that, man?
This is a Pluto AP that I would like to give away to one of
You're giving away a 3rd pin and it's an AP?
Yeah, Johnny threatened me. I take his threats very seriously. And I want Alex to come back and be on a show with me someday. So I feel like I have to do her right and throw some fire.
This is absolutely correct.
This is crazy, man. Totally crazy.
Goodness, that is such a cool pin too. Thank you so much.
So, Chris, did you want to go ahead and send real quick the question, or however you're giving this one away to us?
Is Pluto an exclusive? Is he?
He was a con. I think D23. No,
yeah, I believe you're right. All right, so we got the. That's a pretty good question for sure. We got the question there and the answer. Battle, I just forwarded it to you as well. So this is a Pluto AP from one of D23. Yes, I'm 100%, 95% positive that that's what it was from.
Whoa, you just backed up real quick there.
Yeah,
like don't fall off that cliff.
Yeah. Let me type it in here to go ahead and make sure. Pluto.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yep, interesting. Yep, I believe you're correct. So,
it's interesting. It's interesting that you believe I'm correct. Is that what you're saying, John?
Like, yeah, ECC, right? That's when that pin came out.
Oh.
Yep.
It's ECC, I'm telling you.
Yeah. All right. So
hot dog song.
Yeah, I like that one. The hot dog song. Hot dog, hot dog. You can tell someone has a little child. Mickey Mouse Clubhouse there. All right. So, Chris, did you want to go ahead and ask the question again? We asked that Frozen Sith as well as Jason. Since you guys already won tonight, if you can go ahead and give someone else a chance to win this Pluto AP. Chris, what do we got for the question for this one?
Well, I'm a huge fan of What the FiGPiN and What the FiGPiN history. I have a favorite or one of my favorite content creators on Instagram too that I'm hoping to meet at NYCC. Queen Nerd. She was on your show at
she was, yeah. Such an amazing guest, yeah.
Absolutely. I want to know how long that episode was. Minutes
5
and
hours.
seconds.
5 hours, 1 second.
All right, guys. So this is going to take some time for you to go ahead and look it up. But you have we had Queen Nerd as a guest on the show. Chris is asking for the minutes and seconds of how long that show was. So thank you, Chris, for having people go search.
Hit
for
a
what
like,
the FiGPiN helping us
like
up.
it
If
if
you
you
get to that
didn't like
episode,
it.
go ahead and make sure you're liking that episode.
Yeah.
Again, we have a winner. Again, it was minutes and seconds that had to go ahead and be there. And Mr. Matrix Man was the first person to go ahead and get that correct. 57:55. So again, Queen Nerd, such an amazing guest. And Mr. Matrix Man, congratulations. So we appreciate you guys so much.
Awesome win. Pops and Pins, thank you so much for an epic giveaway. We can't thank you enough.
More to
That's too
come. I
generous
want to
of you.
do crazy stuff for your guys' future shows when I'm not on the hot seat, when you're not grilling me and all that sort of stuff. I'm hoping to blow it away. Maybe some coupons, maybe some boxes. We don't know. We don't know.
Hey, man,
what
we're
am I
all
gonna
up
do?
for it, man.
I'm a crazy guy, John. I'm a crazy
If we
guy.
can go ahead and help support you, man, whatever we can go ahead and do, for sure, we're happy. And it's been fun this whole evening. So, but all right, Battle, did you want to go ahead and do the outro as well?
Let's do it.
Yeah, man.
So I know you've done it before with us. Do you remember how we used to do it on the old show and how we
Well,
still
you're not going
do
to
it?
give anyone a chance to say their last piece or anything.
I just want to make sure we knew. So when we get there, because I don't always start at 3.
Again,
Yeah,
you
that's
weren't
true.
on the show. You weren't on the show the last time that I was on the show. So do you
Man,
know?
I don't all the time. Sometimes I forget. I'm always sad whenever I miss the show. Actually, Nelson, I think he was wearing was it a Flash or Rocketeer shirt? I missed that one, so it always sucks. But to kind of sum it all up, thank you for everybody who's watching tonight. I'm super excited to meet so many people over at NYC. Remember that it's a strange dynamic because sometimes since we're on the screen, you guys see us and know who we are. So come say hi to us, but also give us your screen name because I don't always remember who it is I've chatted with on the other end. But come up, say hi. I'm looking super excited to meet everybody. Lutz, I'll see you there. I'm super excited about
Give like
that.
all of your screen names too, because like again, all my AKAs, like a lot of people go by different names on different things. Like
Yeah,
give all of
It
your
is
screen
crazy,
names.
huh?
Yeah.
And I think I'm gonna try to be better. I'm terrible about taking pictures, but I think I'm gonna try to do a little bit more for what the FiGPiN Live, and then I think I'm gonna try to get a couple pictures with people as I'm meeting. I'm like, oh, let me actually take a picture because I can't tell you how many times I met some awesome people, and then later on I'm like, why didn't I get a picture with so and so? Like that was so stupid of me. But anywho, thank you all again for
hearing that, Battle, and come closer so we can go ahead and make this a secret. If you're going to take pictures, and hopefully Jason and Derek and those guys aren't listening anymore, but let's take some pictures of behind the scenes stuff for FiGPiN to see what it looks like back there. But again, that's a secret, so don't go ahead.
It's a secret.
Again, that's why we had to go ahead and lean in here and make it a little bit quieter so they didn't hear that.
So what you can do is you go to What the FiGPiN, you go and hit that little bell thing so that when we go live, it'll choose you and you can see it. So maybe if I can get a quick one behind, then we can close it and I won't necessarily save it to the story. Maybe we'll see some things.
Very cool.
So John G, a pleasure. I'm super excited for next week. Thank you very much for hosting us. Dress warm, it's raining. I'm super excited. If y'all have ever some questions, please holler out to us. If you know yourself or anybody else who would want to come on and chat FiGPiN shenanigans with us, you holler at me, let me know.
Yep. So guys, we're not positive if we're going to do a show next week because the Battle is traveling. So we might not have one next week. So we actually might do a in 2 weeks. But if you are interested for joining us, we don't have someone for our next show. So please go ahead and reach out to us. We'd love to go ahead and have you be a guest on the show again. And I know Chris and many of our guests have went ahead and did giveaways. It is not a requirement to go ahead and be a guest on the show. and it's always appreciated if you do it. So
how about this? Whoever volunteers, I'll do the giveaway so they don't have to do the giveaway.
Wow,
There
amazing.
you go.
Yep. So are you giving away a mini fridge for the?
Listen, I gave away the secret. I gave away the secret recipe. Like, I can't give away the mini fridge.
There we go. So the last thing that I want to go ahead and share, well, two things. Chris, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate you. It's been a great show, and we very much appreciate you going ahead and being a sponsor for us for the next 2 months. So looking forward to going ahead and seeing, both of us grow and what the relationship can do to help each other out. The second thing is I wanted to go ahead and just thank everyone, the FiGPiN team. I know it's a tremendous amount of work. You guys have been crazy during con season, and your lineup for next year looks even more crazy. So we just appreciate you guys for everything that you do. And then having to go ahead and lug this stuff across the coast, to a different coast. I'm sure it's difficult logistically. But we appreciate it. And then everyone that is coming to go ahead and volunteer, we appreciate you as well, because we know how much time that takes away from, your life and your families and your jobs. So thank you so much. But yeah, that's everything for me. Battle, I'll let you go ahead and do it, my friend. Are we going to start on 3 today, or what are we doing?
Maybe so. Maybe so. Any last words from anybody?
I just listen, like you guys said, thank you to me, thank you to you guys, and for everything that you do. I know it's a lot to run this show, and I want to thank the community too. Like, again, the outpouring of support with Grievous been amazing. I really love this community, and I know I say that on like everything that I'm ever on, but really it is the best collecting community I've been part of. Want to thank FiGPiN just like you, because again, I know that these cons are crazy for them. But ultimately, thank you guys for letting me sponsor and support and be part of this, because again, favorite show, was one of your first subscribers. I don't know if I was number 1, but I was right there for you guys, and excited to be back.
Well, we appreciate it, man.
That is awesome. Well, thank you very, very much. It was a pleasure. I'm sure we will talk to you very many more times again. To wrap it all up on What the FiGPiN, y'all have a great night. In 3, 2, 1.
Boost awesome.
Boost awesome. Have a great night, everyone.
Good night, everybody.